Welcome, wonderful people of the internet, to the very first episode of LyteByte Studios' gaming podcast. Now, as some of you may know, I am Joe, and this is my lovely host, Aaron.
Hello, I'm here as
Yes,
well.
yes, he's very fantastic.
I
Now,
am.
in case you don't know, we are part of an organization that is destined to bring you great entertainment, and that is LyteByte
Destiny.
Studios. Yes, it is our destiny.
Destiny.
Yes. Now, we also have a tech podcast that is going on. You can check it out on VidMe or YouTube or wherever else we put it. It's very good. As me and Nick wrote the script for that, so it's a lot better than this.
Yeah.
But trust me, this will be
This
fun
is
too.
still good. This is still good. This is still good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
why don't you give us a little bit about your get background in gaming and
About a
stuff?
bit of my background in gaming. Well, I started off playing mostly single player games like Pokemon and Minecraft all by myself, but then once I was in high school I started playing with Andrew and Joe and Nick, and now we're here. We've come a long way since 6th grade.
Yeah. I same too. I played a lot of single player stuff on the PlayStation and GameCube back when I was a wee lad. And then eventually I got an Xbox and started playing with a lot with friends, and now I'm here on PC playing mostly like RPGs and strategy stuff.
You
It's real
do
good.
love your CK2 and your Europa.
Universalis 4. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
But now let's talk about some news in the
On to
gaming
the
world.
nitty gritty, the good stuff, the stuff you came here to hear.
Not
Well,
us talking.
no, you don't care about us. Anyway, start off with the first story. Tad bit sad. Uh, founder of the company who created Pac-Man, recently died.
Yeah.
This is the founder of Namco. Masaya Nakamura passed away on January 22nd at the age of 91 years old. His family decided not to make the death public until they felt they were ready, and that time when they felt ready was the 30th. So,
Yeah. It's
personally,
a,
I never really played much Pac-Man, but I do know it's very iconic.
hmm.
A
I
legend.
I yeah, I played a lot of Pac-Man. I had it on the Game Boy. Actually, I think I had Miss Pac-Man, but I mean, same thing.
Uh,
Just had a
same
bow.
same thing. You know.
Yeah, and I mean, it's sad, but
Yeah, it is sad.
he did
Rest a
get
great
a
man.
nice long life, and that's nice.
Yeah.
Now, sadly, he was not the
Oh.
only one to die.
Mm,
In 2 months, Club Penguin will die. It is being shut down
yes.
on March 29th in order to launch a new similar thing for I believe it's more tablet and
It's
mobile.
it's mobile. Yes, mobile
Yeah,
gaming.
Club Penguin Island. But until that time, you can still enjoy Club Penguin for the next 2 months. About
Yes. Enjoy it while it lasts. You have the rest of February and up until March 29th.
yeah. You see, really, global warming. The
Yep.
penguins just
Yep.
penguins cannot live.
They can't live on, ice anymore. Now they have to live on islands.
Yeah.
See, that's
Oh,
the true impact of global warming.
yeah. This doesn't affect anything else but the
No,
penguins
no,
of Club
just most
Penguin.
importantly, Club Penguin. Yes.
Yeah. And also, connected to islands, for those of you who are fans of The Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Bethesda has recently announced that Elder Scrolls Online, which I haven't played, and I've heard is a bit of a mixed bag in regards to if people
Hmm.
like it or not, but they are releasing a new expansion for that will take place in Morrowind, specifically the Vardenfell region that I believe Morrowind took place in. It's taken
My
place about
apologies.
700 years before the game. I also haven't played Morrowind, but I have played other Elder Scrolls games, and I'm sure it'll be fun if
I,
you like Bethesda's newer stuff.
yeah, I've never played Morrowind or any really of the Elder Scrolls game, but hopefully it'll be all right. I know that the original Elder Scrolls Online came with a lot of, as you said, mixed reviews,
Yeah,
mostly bad, but I'm sure they can't. They can do better at
Yeah.
another time.
Yeah, and I think the big problem with this, not even problem, but the big risk with this is that Morrowind is like worshipped among a lot of Elder Scrolls fans as being the absolute best and the last good game in the series. So
Mm,
it has a lot to live up to if it wants to recapture the feeling and emotions of Morrowind.
yeah, yeah. All right, another news. Recently, over two over 20,000 Korean players of Overwatch were banned. Uh, this was due to them being caught cheating, mostly through aimbotting or DDoSing. Which, if you don't know what that is, that's purposefully raising another player's ping so they lag and they lose. Uh, while this whole banning 20,000 some people was a step in the right direction, it wasn't really helpful. Korea has these things called PC bangs, which are internet cafe type places. People can pay an hourly fee to play games at LAN centers. And these banks have deals with Blizzard so that the patrons can play, but they use the hourly fee. They don't have to purchase an actual $40 account. It's just the hourly fee.
Yeah. So
Uh,
that like yeah, with so they pretty much have infinite accounts they can use as long as they keep paying the place and going there.
yes, yes,
Yeah. Now,
yes.
luckily, of course, they're over there on their Korean servers, and so that's only a
Yep.
problem to them. And
hmm
since really nowhere else in the world really has at least like super
Not
popular.
major. Yeah, not major like these. These are really, yeah. These
Yeah.
are kind of bigger operations. We don't really have those really anywhere else outside of Korea. Yeah.
So
So
it's not gonna be as huge a problem for us.
yeah, it's not a big problem
Yeah.
for.
Now, another story we have for fans of the Banner Saga, the Banner Saga 3 has recently reached its goal in Kickstarter and is on its way to earning more money for various other additional features in the game. I've not played the Banner Saga, but
I have not either.
I've seen its artwork and it has really nice art. I can say that for the game.
I've never really played it either, but I mean, $200,000. That's a lot of money, and they apparently they exceeded it by a lot. So that's good. All that extra money they get goes to the additional content, making the game better. I have no idea if it's already good, so maybe they make it even better than it already is.
Yeah, and I mean, who doesn't like Vikings?
Yeah, yeah. Come on. I mean, you can say all this stuff about how you don't like them, but come on, they're pretty cool.
Yeah. Now for some Star Wars gaming news.
Oh boy.
Uh, Everyone's favorite company, EA, Electronic Arts, has through Twitter released that they are in. I don't know whether they're necessarily in development, but they are starting on creating Star Wars Battlefront II.
Mm.
Not to be confused with Star Wars Battlefront 2 that's already out, and it's a great game. But
Uh,
remakes are fun.
yeah.
Yeah. Now
This looks
this,
this looks pretty cool. I might actually buy this. I didn't buy the original Battlefront because that's a lot of money, and I wasn't sure if my PC was going to be able to run it. So maybe this one I'll give it a chance and see if
yeah,
it's.
the Twitter post has shown that they are going to have more heroes and characters across multiple Star Wars eras. So while multiple hopefully doesn't just mean like two or three, meaning the eras in the movies, maybe we'll get things from like before, like the old Republic timeline, or perhaps been in like future stuff. Although with everything being put in Legends, who knows what that'll be? And also, they've announced a single player campaign, which
Ooh.
I don't know why there wasn't a single player campaign in the first one, but at least
Uh,
EA's making a step in the right
at
direction.
least yeah, at least that sounds really cool. I've seen all the Star Wars movies. It's been a while, but I've seen them all. So I mean, playing the game that could only make it me like it more, right? Or maybe even get more into some of the lore. Some of the games go in a little bit better than movies sometimes. So
Yeah.
maybe playing this will help me kind of get back that little spark I had. I always liked Star Wars, so maybe playing Battlefront will help me, or Battlefront 2 will help me revitalize that spark.
Yeah. Also, Respawn Entertainment, the group behind Titanfall 2, has announced that they are working on a new action adventure Star Wars game. Now, that's all the details we have right now. We don't know
Mm.
anything beyond that, but you know, it would be nice, especially if they could do something similar to that Star Wars 1313. I think it was that was canceled a few
Mm.
years ago. That looked like it would have been a really interesting game because like you were a bounty hunter or something, like smuggler or something in that
Mm.
fighting, and it seemed a lot darker than Star Wars usually is.
You saying I can be like Han Solo?
Yes, or
Mhm.
Boba Fett.
Orbit, yeah, Boba Fett. I forgot. Boba Fett. Well, doesn't what's his Han Solo says he's a smuggler, and then
Hmm.
Boba Fett's like an actual bounty hunter.
Yeah, he's a
That
bounty
kind of.
hunter. Yeah,
All right. It's like I said, it's been a while. I need to go back and rewatch them sometime.
yeah, I do too.
All right, a
But
little um darker news. There's been some shady business practices amongst the wonderful, I guess, corporation of GameStop. Uh, some anonymous workers that have probably been fired or maybe quit. They have come forward and they've given details about some of the business practices. They apparently GameStop actively encourages employees to lie about availability of new games in order to get more used game sales.
yeah, because of course
Mm.
the way GameStop works is for a new game, it sells for $60. They get like a small cut of that, and then the
Yeah.
rest goes to the developers and publisher.
Yes,
Whereas
as it
with
should.
used games, they get, I believe, most, if not all, of
They
the money.
Yeah, I think they get almost all of it, except maybe a little bit. But I mean, it's because they're buying it from a person,
Yeah.
and then they sell it for their own. Most of it is probably from most of it's probably from the fact that they pay you like $2 for a game that should probably be at least worth like 10, and then they sell it for 10. So we
Mhm.
all know how GameStop trade-ins are.
Yeah, trade-ins
Yeah,
are, and then
kind of
also
bad.
what they also do is they hide copies of the game during sales. So, for example, the article that this is from mentions that Watch Dogs 2 was on sale for $30 for if you buy a new copy. However, they would like hide those and then put the pre-ordered ones like in the front and best displayed, which would still be charged for $55. So they're trying to get as much money out of you and intentionally lying. Now, it should of course be noted that it's not like the employees themselves who want to do this. They are
Yeah, they're
pressured into
yeah,
meeting quotas from various managers, not necessarily of the
yeah.
building, but of the company.
Yes, you can't always blame the guy behind the counter. Don't shoot the messenger.
Hmm.
Sometimes it's not their fault. Sometimes they need a job. They got to keep a job.
Hmm.
They might get fired if they don't lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and very other shady practices that
Yeah.
just aren't that
Just
great.
yeah. I haven't been to a GameStop in like forever. I Last time I went to a GameStop was, oh gosh. Last time I went to a GameStop was probably when Pokemon, it was Diamond
Sun.
and Pearl.
Oh,
No,
Diamond and
I
Pearl.
I got Sun from Amazon, but last time I went there was like Diamond and Pearl came out, and it wasn't for the game. I already had the game. It was for everything like the accessories that come with the DS, like the charge cables and stuff like that. So I didn't really have consoles other than my DS. I didn't have an Xbox or a PlayStation, so
Yeah, I think the last time I went probably would have been like my six or well, no, I went like a couple months ago because I was trying to find something for my sister. But
mm,
before that, it would probably been like my 16th birthday.
wow.
So
Yeah, I'm surprised
yeah,
they're even still kicking, honestly.
yeah, I
But it's
know
probably because of this shady business practices that they're
that. But I
still
mean,
doing.
also like I mean, I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Like when I was a little kid, I used to go there all the time, and I don't really remember. Like it was mostly just video games. I don't remember necessarily a whole lot of merchandise type stuff.
No, no,
But
no.
the
There wasn't really merchandise when I went
Yeah,
there.
but
It was
the
just
last time I
games.
went, they had like shirts, they had like little toys and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
All
mean,
right. Continue, please.
yeah,
Just
no, but like with especially with like how much like downloadable games and
yeah.
gaming has
Pop.
grown.
Yeah. Popularity of online gaming where you don't have to have a store or a physical copy at all. You can just download it, and through the Xbox Store too. Obviously.
Yeah, Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam
Yeah.
especially.
Steam. Yes. Yes. Of course. Popularity of those has grown, and that's probably they've taken a lot of hits.
Yeah,
All right. So the online RPG Asheron's Call and Asheron's Call 2 shut down recently after nearly 18 years of being active. It was a shutdown on the 31st of January. They've
yeah,
apparently they've had limited support during the last 2 years.
yeah, because the developers and publishers they were focused on their other ventures, which
Yeah,
for them this is a Turbine. Uh, yeah, it's a company called
Turbine.
Turbine
Yeah,
Gaming or Inc. or something.
something. Yeah.
Gosh, so unprofessional. I'm glad we were on top of this. But yes, they also are the developers and maintainers of Dungeons and Dragon Online and Lord of the Rings Online, which I have played Lord of the Rings Online. Finally, a game on this list that we're talking about that I have played.
I have not played either of those. I have
Uh,
very limited uh, game.
MMO
Yeah,
game stuff.
I don't really enjoy them. I mean, they're okay. I don't know. I just don't enjoy them as much as I enjoy my FPSs and my MOBAs. Don't forget those.
Yeah.
But
But yes, they were in control of those, but they've moved them to a different company, Standing Stone Games, for them to be maintained. While I guess they focus on newer things that they plan on making.
hey, who knows? Maybe we'll see Asheron's 3 or Asheron's Call 3 or something. I have
Yeah.
no idea what. I've never heard of this company or played the games,
Yeah.
but maybe. I mean,
Uh
it's always sad to see a game shut down. 18 years. That's a long time. I mean,
yeah.
that's a long time. That's kind of sad to see it shut down. But
Yeah.
maybe they're going to work on Asheron's Call 3.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be back.
Yeah, and I mean as it is, I mean as most other like online games have had in the past, I'm sure there'll be people making private servers that you can run
Oh yeah,
somehow.
probably. Yeah,
Assuming like these are really popular.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's gonna be popular to those certain people. Like Club Penguin is popular to certain people. So,
Yeah. Yeah, but actually you mentioned MOBAs. Turbine Inc. is the company that made Infinite Crisis, which is the DC MOBA that had like
hmm,
Batman and the Flash and all that.
cool.
It shut down.
Oh, okay.
Apparently,
Well, crap. I was gonna go check.
that's a
Dang
shame.
it. Oh darn.
Yeah. Now, another story we have here is that Sony has announced various updates for the PlayStation 4, and among them is that you will now be able to use USB 3.0 hard drives and sizes of up to 8 terabytes to store additional stuff on your PlayStation.
That's pretty. Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, as it
Hey.
is, like, don't I mean, I'm not. I think the Xbox has to do it. I'm not sure about the PlayStation, but I mean, even if you don't like download the game, you still have to install it.
Yeah,
So, I
I'm pretty
mean,
sure that's how it works.
no matter what, if you own a couple games, it'll quickly fill up hard drives and stuff. And so
Yeah, but I mean,
being able to have additional like external devices, which actually can like it's similar to like a solid state drive. You can download the game onto that and like it'll run up from that directly. You don't have to like it doesn't have to like be transferred or anything. It's good from there.
yeah.
So, you can store stuff better now.
Yeah,
That's
now you
always
can
fun.
have more games. Now you can give them more of your money.
More money.
Finally, they've come to realize they're becoming self-aware. If we
No,
give them more
scary.
hard drives and more space, they'll buy more games.
Meanwhile, in a call to make less money, I guess, Origin's game on the House Gaming has released a new game for a while, and it's Mass Effect 2. So it's free.
Ah,
You gotta have Origins, but if you don't have it, go get that game because it's great. And then
yeah.
then go buy the first and the third one because you kind of need to play those.
I haven't played it, but I did make sure I got it. I'm gonna download it. It's probably gonna take a while, this internet, but I'm gonna download it, get
And
it,
then buy the first one and play
and
through
then
that.
buy the first one, and then buy the third one, and then buy the sequel that's coming
Yeah.
out soon.
Oh, I know.
What is it? Andromeda?
Andromeda.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
I'm
I've heard a lot about that.
I am so excited for that. Like I just might
I
buy that
can
when it comes
tell.
out. Depending, like if my computer can run it, it might not be able to, and that'll make me sad.
Nah, I'm sure it'll be. I'm sure it'll be. Like, how bad could it be? Come on.
Uh, I don't know. How bad could it be?
How bad could it be? I don't know. That's a question for the Google gods.
Yeah, but Mass Effect. It's just so like
I haven't,
what
I
do you
haven't
know? What
played
do you
it.
know about it? I'm sorry. Gotta go
I
off
have
topic. What
not
do you
played. I have not played any of it, but I have seen gameplay of the talking with people and like the relationships you can have with people. Obviously, all that. I
Yeah.
have not. I know nothing of it story wise, lore wise, character wise, or anything.
Uh
So I'll probably make sure you're with me when I start to play Mass Effect. I'll make
yeah,
sure you're
yeah.
with me so you can explain things.
It's like yeah,
And
just
then and then we
all
can
the
play
characters.
Andromeda together.
Yeah, because actually, yeah, Mass Effect 3, they both have multiplayer. Not like a campaign, it's like a survival mode multiplayer, but
Ah, okay.
still.
Well, still
Yeah.
multiplayer.
So yeah, it's always fun to play.
Yeah.
But I think it is with that we will leave you and you can
Yeah,
go on your merry way and forget any of this happened because you weren't ready.
I was ready. What are you talking about? I'm always ready.
I mean, you're ready with what I got, but I didn't give you this very good stories to talk about.
Ah, no, these were good stories. Come on. Everybody wants to know about shady business deals and
And
people
Koreans
dying and
cheating.
multiple things shutting down. And wow, now that I actually look at some of these, they're really bleak. We have deaths, we
Yeah.
have several shutdowns and bans and shady
Shady
businesses.
business
but
deals.
but hey, I mean, we got Battlefront 2, we got they met their goal of $200,000, the Banner Saga. We got, it's not all bad.
More place to store stuff so you can buy more things
Yeah.
for
So you can
Sony.
buy more games for PlayStation and
Yeah. So it's not all bad. Hopefully next week we'll have some more exciting stories and there'll be more of them and
yeah,
it'll be
and
great.
it'll be a longer podcast and we'll have more time to talk with you guys. And
Yeah.
hopefully next week I won't have this terrible cough.
Yeah.
I
That'd be
hate this
nice.
thing. Yeah,
Hate it.
I hate it. Please, this
Yeah.
weather is just getting the best of me, man. You don't have to worry about that down in Florida, do you?
No, Florida's just very hot.
It's very hot.
Yeah.
All right, well,
But with that, check us out on VidMe on YouTube when it gets there. Uh
bit.ly.com/LyteByte Studios.
we got Twitter. Join us on Discord. The whole shebang. It'll be fun.
Everything. You can keep up to date. Now you'll know when we release a new podcast or a new video or whatever we're doing.
Yeah, assuming everything works out right on our end, which
Ah, come on, we're doing fine so far.
we're doing fine. But
All right.
yes, goodbye everybody.
Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful day.